Perhaps the greatest defeat in Roman history came in 216 BCE, as Rome was struggling against Carthage to become a Mediterranean superpower. The Carthaginian general Hannibal delivered a masterclass of strategy and tactics, proving himself one of the ancient world's most gifted commanders. Hannibal had a mixed force consisting of 40,000 infantry and 10,000 horses. His army included a coalition of troops of African, Spanish, Gallic, and Balearic warriors. Hannibal faced two Roman consuls leading a massive citizen army of legionaries, as well as Latin and Italian allies. An unprecedented force of two consular armies, 8 legions, and allies totaling 86,000 men. This was one of the biggest armies in Roman history. Cannae was a major battle of the Second Punic War, a series of conflicts between Rome and Carthage for hegemony over the western Mediterranean. Hannibal's Carthaginian army traveled from its province in Spain, traversing the Alps and bringing the fight into Rome's very backyard. There they were least expected. This audacious invasion of Italy starting in 218 BCE brought a series of Roman defeats, such as the one in Trivia in 218 BCE and Lake Trasimene in 217 BCE. Thus, the Romans felt that they really had to win in Cannae, and they put everything they could into it. The battle itself saw Hannibal's famous envelopment tactic. The Roman center had densely weighted columns of heavy infantry. The weaker cavalry was on the wings. Conversely, Hannibal had a lighter front of Celts in his center, flanked by heavier African infantry. They had been ordered to give ground and draw the Romans in between the heavy infantry, collapsing from a convex to concave front. Battle opened with the Roman cavalry on the right being scattered by the Carthaginian cavalry, made up of Spanish and Celtic horsemen. The cavalry on the Roman left initially fought a series of skirmishes with the highly mobile Numidian cavalry. As the main battle lines met, the Carthaginian center gave ground, drawing the Roman troops into the middle. Meanwhile, the cavalry that had scattered the Roman right, crossed the field to help their companions defeat the Roman cavalry on the left. With both cavalry wings now gone, the Romans were in trouble. The Roman infantry advancing with weight was now drawn into an encirclement as the Carthaginian center continued to be driven back as the wings held their ground. When fully drawn into their retreating center, the Carthaginian wings folded shut around the Roman flanks. The victorious Carthaginian cavalry now also regrouped and closed on the Roman rear. The trap was truly sprung. Roman history was about to record its worst ever massacre. Pressed like sardines in a can, Roman forces were utterly defeated, losing both consuls and the cream of Roman arms before the battle's end. Cannae was a masterclass in strategic warfare. The Romans, more than anything, were outclassed by the superior generalship and genius of Hannibal. Cannae was a disaster unmatched across nearly 800 years of Roman history. A massive Roman force was defeated at a ratio of almost 10 to 1, with reports that less than 7,000 of the entire Roman army escaped the field. 10,000 Romans left to guard their defensive camp were also captured. Overall, some historians have estimated Roman losses to constitute up to 20% of their total fighting manpower. Carthaginian losses are estimated to be around 8,000 men. However, this was not the fall of Rome. Despite Hannibal's dominance in the field, he was unable or unwilling to siege Rome in the immediate aftermath of Cannae.